Welcome to the machine walkthrough for the Huskystar 224. I'm going to show you everything you need to know for this awesome little machine that I use daily in my sewing room. So we're going to go over how to wind a bobbin, how to thread the machine, how to change a needle, adjusting the stitch length and stitch width, and lots more. I'm going to show you all the parts of the machine. I'm going to talk about troubleshooting. So if you have any questions about getting your Huskystar 224 set up, this is the video for you. Stay tuned, go ahead and hit the like, and we're going to go over.
Okay, so to wind a bobbin here, we're going to have the thread on the spool pin. Then take your spool cap and put it on there. That keeps your thread from flying off. Then just take your thread here and bring it around that bobbin tension disc, just like in the picture here. Just around and back. Now pull it this direction. Find the end. And then find the hole on your bobbin. Take that tail in through the inside so it comes up out the top of the bobbin, like that. Pull it so there's no slack. And then take that bobbin and put it on the bobbin winding post. Then just push the post over to the right, like that. Hold this tail straight up and hit the pedal. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to stop it right there, but if you wanted to fill it all the way up, the machine will stop when it's full. So now we're just going to cut that tail flush with the bobbin, push this back over, take it off of the post, take the thread out of the bobbin tension disc, and then just clip it anywhere. Now let's take this bobbin and put it in here. So take this little black rectangle and push it to the right to open that door. Like that. Now this bobbin has to go in counterclockwise. So the thread should go like that, not like that. So make sure it's counterclockwise and then just put it in here. This black plastic thing is the bobbin case. So now your bobbin is in the bobbin case. Now we just have to pull it through this little silver thread guide here. So put your finger on the bobbin and then use your other hand to pull that thread through. So it went in that little crack between the two pieces of metal there, just like that. Okay, so now leave that alone and we'll thread the top part and come back to this. So this stick part is your spool pin. So take the thread spool and place it on there. It doesn't matter which way the thread is going. Then this is your spool cap. Take that and put it on the spool pin. That keeps your thread from flying away. So now we will look at our pictures here, and we're going to ignore the illustration for how to wind a bobbin with the bobbin winder tension disc. We're going to follow this picture here. So it wants us to come around the back of this silver guide. So grab your thread tail and just bring it around the back of this silver guide and down that first channel like that. Okay, so now we'll come down here to the 2 with the arrow that's going like this. So it wants you to bring the thread and come back up. Okay, so now here's the number 3. So you can see it's going like this. It wants us to come around this take-up lever, but you need to use 2 hands. You have to use your right hand and hold over here so that when you come around the take-up lever and pull forward, it pops into the little hole. So we want to make sure the thread goes in that little hole on the take-up lever. And then it's just going to come down this channel. Okay, here's number 4. It's showing just coming down. So next we're going to bring the thread behind this bracket that is a needle guide. So just take it in both hands like this, and then just take your left hand with the thread up over that little bracket like that. And then finally we will just thread it through the eye of the needle from front to back. Like that. Make sure it doesn't get twisted. Okay, so now we have to do one final step. We need to get this bobbin thread to come up through that oval hole on the metal throat plate there, and we're going to use the needle to get it. So hold on to the thread that's coming out of your needle with your left hand, then take your right hand over here to the flywheel on the side of the machine, and you're going to turn that towards you with your right hand as you hold onto this string with your left hand. So turn it towards you, the needle's going to go down, it's going to come back up, and it's going to have that loop with it. So there's the loop. So just grab that loop of thread that's coming from the bobbin and pull it out so it's not a loop anymore, it's just a strand. Okay, so now both of our tails need to go under the presser foot, so just bring them through the little slot on the front there. They're under the presser foot, and now they're just going to hang out here back and to the left. So we should be all threaded. Now we can put our door back on. Just put the little hinge side in first, click it down. Okay, let's test it out on some fabric. So just place some fabric underneath the presser foot, and then you have to lower the presser foot down with this lever. Once the presser foot is down on the fabric, we can just hit the pedal and start sewing. You can see what's coming out of the back here. It looks like a nice stitch. It looks really good. Let's flip it over. Looks good from the other side too. Okay, so I have this on a slow speed. This is the speed control. So if you floor the pedal and you have it on the low speed, it will not go any faster. If you turn it all the way up or anywhere in the middle, that's where your speed will top out. So you still have control over it, you can still go slow. So if I barely hit the pedal, I can go even slower. And then if I floor the pedal, it'll go fast. So that's what the speed control is for there. That is really helpful for kids and beginners. This here is the reverse button. If you just hold that down and then hit the pedal, it'll go backwards. This is your width button. It's also your needle position button. So this little symbol right here with the oval with the dot in it is supposed to indicate that oval hole on your metal throat plate, and the dot in the middle being the needle being in the middle, as opposed to over here where the needle is to the left. So watch what happens. See how the needle is currently centered. So if I drop the needle down, see how it's actually centered in that oval hole? Okay, I'm going to keep turning to bring it back up. Now see what happens if we slide this over. The needle actually moves. So I'll drop it down so you can see it now. See, now it's to the left inside that oval hole. I'll bring it back up. Now I'm going to do it again, and you can watch the needle move. See? So I slid it back over there, and now it's in the center position again. That's normally where you want it to be, unless you're just really trying to get in close to something, then you can use that to your advantage to help you do that. So for the width, what this also does is this indicates a zigzag that starts out narrow and it gets wider, and that's what this is for. So if you picked one of these zigzags, you could decide if you wanted a skinny zigzag or a wide zigzag with this. And if you have it turned all the way down, it probably won't even make a zigzag, it'll make a straight line because it's gonna perceive that as the skinniest zigzag it can be, which is not zigging or zagging at all. That's just my Pink Floyd sticker. This is the stitch selector area. Over here is our stitch length. So you can see here, this is a dotted line that's dense, getting bigger and then getting longer. A normal stitch length is 2.5. You can turn that all the way up for a basting stitch, or turn that down for a really super tight stitch, or even a buttonhole, which requires a really super tight stitch. So I'm going to put that back to 2.5. And then this dial over here is what you turn to change what's in this window. So these are the different stitches we can pick. So let's do a zigzag. Let's turn it to the 13. And I'll show you what I mean with the stitch length. So we're just going to leave the width. We're gonna leave the width at 0, and let's just try it. I bet it's not even gonna make a zigzag. It's probably just gonna make a straight line. Let's see. Yep, it's just making a straight line. So let's turn it halfway to make a medium width zigzag. See how the needle bounces left to right to make that zigzag? You can see it back here. So let's now change that to a 6 to make a wider zigzag. So you can see the difference there. This was our number 3 zigzag. There's our number 6 wider zigzag. So that's what stitch width is for. Up here is your tension. So if you're getting good tension, just leave this alone. If your stitches look good, then just don't mess with it. But basically you have to balance the upper tension with the lower tension so that you're getting a good stitch. If you need help with this, check out some of our other videos where we address tension. Okay, so when you're ready to be done sewing and you want to take this out, you'll just reach over here for this lever again. That lifts your presser foot up. Pull your thread out. Oops. And then if you want to use the thread cutter on the machine, this is the thread cutter. It has a little blade in there. So you just take your threads around that, like that, and pull it forward. And it cuts the threads. Another thing you can do with this machine is pull the storage compartment off. This is your storage compartment. You can open it, you can put stuff in there, but you can also take it off. This exposes your free arm, so if you're sewing something like a sleeve, you can put that in there, and that's really helpful. Another thing you can do on the machine is find the switch on the back, and this is to drop your feed dogs. These things here are called your feed dogs. That's what pulls your fabric through, but if you want to take control and do your own thing, like in free motion, you can do that and see the feed dogs drop down. So now they won't pull your fabric through, and that would be what you'd use for like a free motion foot for quilting or from some other things. So then I'll put it back, and once I start going, they'll re-engage. Alright, well I hope that was helpful for you if you have the Huskystar 224. I actually love this machine. I have 2 of them that I've had since I was a kid, and I use one of them daily. I really love the machine, and it does really well for me. So leave me a comment down below if you also have one. I would be interested to know. And if you have any other questions, leave those below, and I will be sure to get to those. And as always, just thanks for watching. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you next time.